Games are going to be coming up right now. Alright, so everyone who's watching on YouTube, welcome back. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena action. Made a Druid deck that I think has a decent curve. It's got really good cards, other than a Shield Bearer, and the first two games were both won against Druids, so that's encouraging. The last time I played Druid, it was really hilarious. I'm going to spoil it. I'm sorry. It's not that great of a video anyway if you don't watch it, whatever. It was a really hilarious run. I won 4 games. All 4 of the games I won were against mages, and then I lost against everybody else who wasn't a mage. It was quite comical. Okay, this is a really nice opening hand. Well, not really nice, but it's somewhat nice. I've got, stuff to play. Last time I played against a hunter, it was really funny. The hunter laid a trap on turn 2, which was obviously explosive trap. So I got into a staring contest with him and refused to play anything. And then I ended up losing terribly because he played like a Starving Buzzard and Unleash the Hounds and drew a bajillion cards. And then also a Hyena that grew to like 24-18 or something crazy. Hopefully that's not going to get repeated here. I do have the Raid Leader, which I'm happy about because that makes the Shield Bearer like actually not suck. Murloc Tidehunter. Do I play you? Yes, I'm going to play the Tidehunter. This is a little bit of a different situation. So here, if my opponent lays an explosive trap, I will just attack and clear it right away. All it will do is clear my Murlocs, and it will take up his entire turn. The Shield Bearer will still be around. Anyway, that's not happening. This is actually a pretty good card against all these 1/1s, unfortunately. Luckily, I have this Taunter in the way. Okay, I could coin into Stormwind Knight. That would let me kill the Master and clear out his board. That's tempting. I could coin it a swipe just to kill both of those. Or I could hide behind this Shield Bearer. It's a bit gutsy. I'll do it. It's a bit gutsy for sure. But I think it's a worthy risk. So we will... I'll mop up one of those imps there. I'm not going to kill the Imp Master because I'm planning on it to eventually die to a swipe. We'll get 5 damage through because it is a lot of damage. And we'll see what he can do. I mean, the thing is, like, I wouldn't do this against every class, but against Hunter... What are the main Hunter removal spells? You got Deadly Shot, which is terrible here. Multi-Shot, which is terrible here. Yeah, Multi-Shot, I mean, he got the Raid Leader, which is lucky, but, it wasn't very good for him there, and I feel like that was a worthy risk to take. If I hadn't hit my Raid Leader, I'd be in good shape. Oh, Defender of Argus. Yes, actually. Stormwind Knight doesn't... Like, I'd have to lose the Murloc Tidehunter, but the Defender of Argus is actually pretty sweet. So we now can mop up that Imp Master for good. Explosive Shot will kill my team, but he'll then have 5 cards to my 5+ coin, so I think I'd be okay. I'd be dropping a Fen Creeper. You know what, if he has Explosive Shot, that would suck a lot, because then the Fen Creeper drops and dies to Deadly Shot, potentially. So if he has, like, that combo of Hunter removal, he would be in really good shape. Animal Companion. I have to remember to play around Unleash the Hounds more. Because I really haven't been, and I need to. Like, Unleash the Hounds would have been pretty good there. This was probably the best thing he could have gone because it killed off his thing. So what's the best trap? I always assume it's the best possible trap. I don't know actually what the best trap is. I'd like for it to be Freezing Trap. Okay. What I'm going to do... Let me think. If it's Explosive Trap, I'd hate to... use Shapeshift and kill this thing if this thing's going to die anyway. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check for Freezing and Snake Trap first. Okay, it's neither of those. Now I'm going to check for Explosive Trap. Remember, folks, always check for Explosive Trap before you check for Snipe. It's not that either. Well, we know what it is now. We know that it is a Snipe. So what do I want to get sniped? Oh, definitely the Novice Engineer. 100%. I think, is that worth, well, hang on, is that worth not playing a Fen Creeper? Yes, because if I play Fen Creeper and it gets sniped, another multi-shot will kill both my creatures. So I'm going to waste the snipe on the Novice Engineer. Stampeding Coda, that could be good. Oh, that's really sucky for my opponent. And you know what, I'm going to use the coin here for the Stormwind Knight, because having it on the board will make a really huge difference. If I didn't do that, and if I just shapeshifted, I mean, shapeshifting would basically just be like letting 3 mana rot. I can't afford to do that. I need to spend my mana. So this protects me against Deadly Shot, it protects me against Multi-Shot when I drop my Kodo or Fen Creeper as appropriate. Hunter's Mark. Okay, is he going to play Unleash the Hounds or Explosive Shot, perhaps? Direwolf Alpha? Uh-oh. I smell Unleash the Hounds here. Yeah. Luckily, he messed up. He should have played Unleash the... Well, actually, he can do a conga line. It doesn't actually matter, but... Technically, he should have played Unleash the Hounds first and put the wolf in tween. Okay, that was not a very good play, because his wolf's just going to die now. My opponent's not really playing this with exact precision. So I could actually use the Kodo to kill the wolf. I'm just going to do that because, yeah. And I will play an Abusive Sergeant. Now, the reason for this dropping right here, put it in the middle to play around Explosive Shot, is again, I just want to, against a Hunter, it's nice to have minions on the board. Yes, that makes you vulnerable to Unleash the Hounds, but he already used one, and then it protects you against Deadly Shot and Multi-Shot. I have to say, that is kind of a weird thing about Hunters now, is like, you can't have minions on the board, but you also can't not have minions on the board. Well, I was worried he'd have another Unleash the Hounds after dropping this Buzzard, but why would you play a Buzzard and then not and just let it die? I don't understand. Also, by playing the Kodo, I missed a chance to kill Gurubashi Berserker with Stampeding Kodo, which is something I always dream I can do, but I never actually get to do it. Well, whatever, this is fine, so I'll just go ahead and clear his board, I guess. With Swipe. He obviously would have played Unleash the Hounds if he had it, so that means he doesn't have it. Let's play Loot Hoarder. Swing. Swing. Alright, he's getting pretty low on health. He's only got 2 cards. Unleash the Hounds would actually let him clear a lot. Oh, man. This opponent, I think, has played badly. Now, a few folks in the chat are saying, you know, interesting, Boris is doing a vid today. It's non-Saturday. I'm only doing the 1 run right now, so basically, I've been looking into ways to record runs that don't use Twitch, but that really is just the best for me for now. So I will sometimes log on and do like a run, so if anyone wants to watch it, they can, but this is mostly just going to be for YouTube's sake. Okay, well, my opponent is out of cards. I've got a Sunwalker. I don't know what a Hunter could possibly have that would let him win, so this is cruising to another win. This deck has been performing very well so far. Kill Command! Well, that's not going to do it. Chomp, shake, chomp, chomp. Yes, indeed. Well, I think if he says well played, I'm allowed to say well played. I've got exactly 8 damage, 9 with Shapeshift, and then 10, 11 with Keeper of the Grove, but I'm not going to play that because I am not a dickbag. Just use what you got and end up the game. Alright, well, that is a really solid win. I think every single one of the wins has been solid so far, so it looks like I finally managed to put together a good Druid deck, although I definitely got help from, like, pretty much every rare being a good one. If you look at the rares here, we've got the Cobra, which is probably, like, the least good, and it's still solid. Defender of Argus is great, Keeper's great. Nourish is awesome, and then 2 Sunwalkers, so good stuff. Good stuff. I am trying to make it to 5 wins. That's the objective of this run, because I have 2 60 gold quests that will be completed if I can win 5 games with Druid, or some other thing, but Druid's what I'm going for. And I was really happy to see that Blizzard reinstated the feature that allows you to swap out quests, and in fact it works. So I will tell you this, I just yesterday flipped a quest, I clicked X on it, it came back as a different quest, so that seems to be back now, which is nice. Really happy about that. Okay, up against another Hunter, so we got Druid, Druid, then Hunter, Hunter. And Abusive Sergeant is actually playable on turn 1. I will play him, even though that means wasting the Battle Cry. I even have a turn 2 play, so I've got, like, what, 3 chances to get a play for turn 3? Decent odds. Hey, we got it! Alright, well, we have the perfect curve here. The kink in my plans, of course, is that this stuff all dies to Explosive Trap. And if he has it, then he has it. What are you gonna do? Mad Bomber. Oh, man. Every time! The 3rd barrel! Every time it's the 3rd barrel. Mother. Well, that, like... Okay, so to be fair, the odds were in his favor that one of those barrels would hit the 1 toughness creature. So that was basically the best time you could ever use Mad Bomber. But still, the 3rd barrel, it had to be. Oh, man, if that... See, this Mad Bomber is going to get to basically kill an extra card because of this. Crap. So the Acolyte of Pain, kind of sucky here, but I'm actually just going to do it anyway. Because even though it dies, it just basically cycles and draws a card, then I can use Shapeshift to kill the Raptor off and try to get some of my card advantage back someday. He's got the Leok, and he's not going to kill the Acolyte, which I cannot hold against him. Swipe, very, very, very good draw here. So what we get to do is draw a card, because you should always draw cards first. Wrath, that's fine. Sometime later, we're going to swipe that and get our card advantage back. Man, if that last barrel had missed, I'd be in, such good shape. Because that Raptor would have been dead. I could have just run into the Leok. Alas, alas. Yeah, you can't change. Can't change what happens. There's an old Russian saying, if grandma had a penis, she'd be grandpa. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and play the Panther, and then decide whether to shapeshift and kill this Leper Gnome or to Wrath it. Again, I will shapeshift, just in case I need the 3 damage later. That does mean I take a net of 1 extra damage, which I think is fine, and the Flesh-Eating Ghoul grows a bit, but this Panther is in position to kill her, plus Sunwalkers coming next turn. We've kind of, like, made no progress, either of us. He's got 4 cards, I have 4 cards, we both have a creature, these trade. So, yeah, if he doesn't have a good turn right here, Sunwalker will be spectacular. Ah, Stranglethorn Tiger, very good card, under the circumstances. I would actually consider just doing Defender of Argus so I could kill it, but I can't do that. So we'll do the Sunwalker, and it's an interesting situation. On the one hand, I kind of want to use the Panther to kill the Flesh-Eating Ghoul. However, you know, if I do that, then Deadly Shot kills the Sunwalker. However, if I don't do that, then Multi-Shot kills the Panther and pops Divine Shield, and the Tiger kills the Sunwalker. So yeah, this just is bad all around. I will do that. It feels safer, but if he has a Deadly Shot, that's amazingly good. If he has anything other than Deadly Shot, it's less good. Well, no. If he has like a MVP Elven Archer, he can use that to pop Divine Shield, and this Tiger is going to pop the Sunwalker. But if I can just survive 1 turn, if the Sunwalker can survive just 1 turn, I can buff it with the Defender, then it'll hold up against the Tiger, and I'll be in good shape. I am at 17 health, but as a Druid, I get 1 health back every turn if he starts to race me with steady shots, and that means it takes him double the time it would normally... It will take him double the time it would normally take him to finish me off. XXX for Reggie suggests in the chat, we need a new Boris quote. You give bad cards enough tries and they will become great cards. This comes from, you ask your opponents enough questions, they will run out of answers. I don't know. I don't know. My opponent made a pretty good play, I guess, there. I was thinking he could have buffed the Tiger before attacking, but all that the Tiger did by attacking was plink off my Divine Shield, so I guess that was a pretty reasonable decision. It didn't actually matter what order he did it in. He's thinking at 0 mana, which makes me wonder if he has a Hunter's Mark. There's really no reason for him to play Hunter's Mark, so I don't know why he hasn't played whatever it is that he's going to play. What's nice about this situation is that I've got the Wrath to kill this Tiger, and then I can play Defender of Argus. Now, I could use Claw to... But no, I'm not going to use Claw to kill that. So we're going to use Wrath to kill the Tiger. Yes, I think that's better than playing a War Golem. Now here is interesting. I could play Defender of Argus. This puts an extra creature on the board, puts us up to, 2 health after it kills the Houndmaster. Or I could Nourish for 3 cards. I think I don't quite feel comfortable enough in this situation. I will play the Defender. I'm going to run into Multi-Shot. If he has Multi-Shot, I mean, that's more than half of his mana. Then I can play War Golem, which will run into Deadly Shot. But we know he doesn't have Deadly Shot because he would have played Deadly Shot against the Sunwalker if he had it. Oh, this is actually amazing to see that this actually ate a Reckless Rocketeer as well. So that's good. Oh, perfect. So now I could Nourish, but I think I'd rather play a 7/7 because I have another creature on the board. So the 7/7 is, well, safer from Deadly Shot. But again, he still doesn't have it. And if he had Multi-Shot, he would have played it last turn. So he doesn't have Deadly Shot or Multi-Shot, assuming it's not top-decked. Now I've got 5 cards total, soon to be 6. He's got 4. So he's got me down on life, but I am a Druid. And he's a Hunter. It's a little bit tricky for him to bring this thing down if he doesn't have, Unleash the Hounds plus Hunter's Mark or something. Next turn I can Nourish and Fairy Dragon. I think I'm in a big advantage. He could still win, like King Crush or something, but I'm in pretty good shape. Young Priestess, that's not helpful. Voodoo Doctor, wow, he's, I think he's playing some kind of aggro deck and just didn't get his 1-drops early. That's quite fortunate. Quite fortunate indeed. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Swipe would be amazing. No swipe. Okay, what I'm going to do is I will Nourish. Always draw cards first. Notice that I have 3 chances to get a swipe. I've got, I think 2 swipes in here still. And, of course, none of them came up. That's awesome. But the good news is that I can play... Oh, I have to watch for Unleash the Hounds. That could actually kill me. Ugh. Okay, I'm not going to play this because this makes Unleash the Hounds really good. So we'll play the Fairy Dragon and the Loot Hoarder. I'll kill that. And, I'm actually going to just do that. It seems crazy to sacrifice 7 damage, but his life total's real high. And mine with an Unleash the Hounds plus Timberwolf, I could actually still get raced down. Claw, remember, actually does kind of heal you up a bit, so that's kind of funny. And then Shapeshift heals me, but I don't want I don't want to leave any extra stuff on the board because every point of damage makes a difference. Now, if I could have played a taunt, I would have. I would have loved to play Lord or the Druid. Druid's probably better because it's got more health, hilariously enough, even though the Lord hits harder. So if he doesn't have like a Unleash the Hounds here or something, oh jeez, well, no, he does not have it. He has Buzzard Highmane. Well, thank God it wasn't Unleash the Hounds. That's good. Still wouldn't mind seeing a swipe. Still would not mind seeing swipe. There's two of them in here, I believe. Hey! Okay, so how do we do this? Actually, you know what? I really would have wanted a Keeper of the Grove. Well, can't get too picky. Anyway, we can swipe the Highmane and use the Loot Hoarder to kill that off. He'll get 2/2/2s. I can kill one of them with the Golem. I'll trade the Fairy Dragon for the other one. I've got 6 mana left to play Lord of the Arena. Alright, I think that's it. So let's do this. We should always draw cards first. Raid Leader, that's nifty, but not important. I'm going to swipe that. The Buzzard's dead, so the Hyenas pop. He doesn't get a card off of that. I'll kill one. And you know what? Okay, I'll leave the other one around. I think 7 damage is a lot of damage. And we'll play Lord of the Arena to use up more of my mana, because I have a lot of cards, so using up more of my mana is pretty good. Okay, well, 13 health is a little bit worrying against a Hunter, but he only has 2 cards. Okay, so this is currently just replacing itself. The Hyena's going to die, give him a card, but it's not getting him ahead on cards, because the Cult Master was a card to start with. Unleash the Hounds. Well, it's a good thing he didn't have it when he had the Buzzard. Bestial Wrath. Okay. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen that used. That is crazy. So the Hound's going to give him another card. That was a pretty good turn for him, truth be told. And he's got a secret. Oh, no, that could be Freezing Trap. He played that very excitedly. Okay, so because this is likely to be Freezing Trap, what I have to do is... Well, hang on a minute. If it's Snipe, I'll just feel dumb for playing this as a Charger. I'm going to do it, though. I really don't think it's Snipe. He played that so fast. It's like he was really excited by it. Oh, it's Snipe. Okay, wow, he really mind-gamed me. He played it with such a rapid speed, I thought he was excited by it. So anyway, we need to obviously kill the Cult Master here, unfortunately. Losing the War Golem in the process, but Fen Creeper should be good. Okay, I'm at 13 health. He's ages away from killing me with Steady Shot. I've got lots of cards here. I am very grateful that he did not have Unleash the Hounds when he had the Buzzard, because that probably would have actually won him the game. Now we should be okay, especially now that I've drawn this thing. So yes, we do this, that, this, which I hate playing against a Hunter because of Unleash the Hounds, but he's already played one and he's in top deck mode, so what are the odds? 1 out of 12? I've actually drawn more cards than he has. Uh-oh, what has he got? King Crush. Animal Companion, well that's not that exciting. He flipped a Leok. Well, Leok was not really the greatest thing to flip there, unfortunately for my opponent. He's gonna run in and not kill my Fen Creeper. Cool. Oh god, too bad you flipped the Leok. Kodo is quite good here. And with 2 Taunters, I'm not afraid of Unleash the Hounds. So let's just swing-a-ling-ling, and this should be the game. I don't know what he could possibly have that would let him kill me. You know, I could have clawed and gotten him down to 1 health instead of playing the Kodo. So I should have looked for that. It was only going to get him down to 1, but I should have done it. I should have at least checked. Okay, we're up to 4-0. And that's great, because I only need to get to 5 wins to be really, really excited. We should see a quest update. Ooh, Golden Claw. Yay! Only needed to get up to 5 wins to get 120 juicy, juicy golds. Look at this. Rogue or Hunter, now I'm going to dominate with the Druid. Got the old joke. Natural dominance. Anyway, so yeah, we got a couple of chances to get up to 5 wins. Well, actually 3, I guess. I could lose twice and then win the 3rd time, still make it. That's great. But this deck seems pretty good. I mean, I could see it going to 7, definitely. 3rd Hunter in a row. So this is really the wrath of nature here. Because we had 2 Druids and then 2 Hunters. So, yeah. Let's keep our 2 and 3. Let's mulligan everything else. I could have kept the 5 and coined it on turn 4, I suppose, but seems worth it to fish for more 2-drops and get an even faster start than that. Mr. Popo says, the Golden Claw, I love Skyrim. Yeah, that sounded familiar to me. As soon as I said the Golden Claw, I was like, where is that from? And yes, I remember now. Alright, so do I coin out the Fairy Dragon? There's really no point. All it really does is deal 3 extra damage to my opponent, so I'll just leave it alone. See what he plays. These steady shots here, that really cements the validity of my decision not to play the Fairy Dragon. Because that would mean that the coin really did just absolutely nothing except 3 extra damage. If he plays a creature, then Fairy Dragon, had I played it before, could kill the creature right away. However, I've also got Claw, so I could always just play Fairy Dragon, coin Claw, and then kill the creature anyway. I feel like when you've got a 1-mana removal spell, it's really, really bad to coin a 2-drop if you do not afterwards have another 2-drop. Okay, I'll play the Fairy Dragon and bemoan the fact that Loot Hoarder wasn't there a turn earlier. Had it been, I totally would have coined one of these out. So now... South Sea Captain. Wow, there's a card you don't see often. What is more valuable to me, my Fairy Dragon or my Claw? Because I could Claw Shapeshift and kill that. Well, I'm actually going to go ahead and play Scarlet Crusader. And then use the Fairy Dragon to kill the Captain. Because Scarlet Crusader is pretty good. I like having this on the board. It may inhibit my opponent's plays. And I can also now coin out the Fen Creeper. Not that I couldn't have before, but this is looking particularly juicy. Deadly Shot. Well, on the one hand, that sucks because I waste the Divine Shield. On the other hand, it's okay, because now that's 1 less Deadly Shot that can kill this Fen Creeper. So let's see if he's got 2 Deadly Shots. If he actually has another Deadly Shot, I'm holding a lot of my removal and cheapo stuff, so it actually would be a problem if this Fen Creeper died. What I want for him to do here is actually play stuff for me to use my removal on. I've got quite the varietous catalog of removal spells here, so should be that most things he'd play I could deal with. He's got a secret. Okay, so this is like 99.999% freezing trap. There's just it could be the greatest mind game of all time, certainly, but I just doubt it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to Claw and Shapeshift to kill the bear. So it's not Snake Trap. And then I'm going to play Loot Hoarder. It's Snipe! Oh man, I should have played Loot Hoarder. I gotta give him a well played. I hope he doesn't think I'm being sarcastic. Like, you sniped a Loot Hoarder, like, well played, haha, you suck. No, like, that was legitimately well played, because I thought for sure that was Freezing Trap. I could have just killed the bear with my Fen Creeper, and then that would have been way better than using Claw on it. Yeah, that was very well played by my opponent. There's just nothing else to say. Okay. Well, here, luckily, I do have this. Is there anything better? No, that's definitely the move. So we're going to silence this Sunwalker. And unfortunately, I can't kill it with this and Shapeshift. I could use this in Wrath. You know, Claw would have been good to have. I mean, I could just leave it alone and hit him for 3, but that's very risky. Yeah, let's use the Wrath. Keep his board clear. I'm actually pretty safe from Deadly Shot, and I'm pretty safe from Multi-Shot. This thing has a key 4 health, which is nice. So he's got 5 cards to my 6, soon to be 7, and I have removal. This would be the ideal time for him to play like a Lord of the Arena. Starfire, get ahead a card, clear his board, swing for 5. That would be the best. War Golem, it's not quite as good. Starfire does not kill it, sadly. I wish I had a Deadly Shot. Alright, I am going to Starfire here. Draw a card. Novice Engineer, sadly cannot be played. We'll say that guy did his job, swing for 3. And take a look now. So we have equal number of cards in hand. I have a creature on the board, which is alright. 3-2 with Taunt is okay. Got some decent cards, and some card draw, and removal. So if he keeps playing big stuff, I'll be in trouble, but otherwise I should be okay. This is very irritating, because it doesn't die to swipe off to the side. And now I don't know what he's got. It could be like a freezing trap, and then I cannot charge in and kill that guy. Well, definitely going to do this. Let's see if it's another snipe. I can always hope, right? I really don't want to play this in charge, because if it's freezing trap, that would suck. So what I'm going to do is use up my mana efficiently. Let's do Lord of the Arena. And hope it stands the test of time. If this is freezing trap, I'll check with the Novice Engineer against the Stormwind Knight. But yeah, that being a trap is pretty good for him there. Faceless Manipulator? Okay, could be worse. Could be worse. Okay. Could be worse. Man, I wish I had some spell damage. Couldn't this have been a Kobold Geomancer? I think it could have. I could double swipe. That would actually kill off everything he has, hilariously enough. But you know what? First I'm going to check for Freezing Trap.
If you're sure.
It's not Freezing Trap. Damn, I keep guessing these traps wrong. So it must be... Well, it's not Snake, Freezing, or Snipe. It's either Misdirection or Explosive. Probably Explosive, just because that's the more common one. Let's go ahead and swipe then. And, okay, we're going to do Shapeshift. Kill off this and kill off that. And I'm going to play a Panther. Multi-shot is good here, but if I'd played this, Unleash the Hounds would have been good. There's really no way around it. Yeah, these traps, man, so good. Just because you don't know what they are, and I have not been guessing correctly. Like, you can play around traps and be like a pro player, but if you guess wrong, it really sucks. Oh, this is Explosive Trap. Why did I play this Panther? It's just gonna die to the Explosive Trap that thing obviously is. Oh, unless I get Power of the Wild. Yeah. Yes, definitely. I'm going to Power of the Wild. My Lord still dies, but my Panther survives. It's Explosive Trap. I could have waited for him to play a minion, but I've learned, maybe this should be a proverb, don't get into staring contests with hunters. I have never actually done that and succeeded. I will take a chance and play the Tidehunter, although that makes Unleash the Hounds better, because I do have this Taunter in the way, and as long as he doesn't have Buzzard plus Unleash the Hounds, I should be fine. Swipe will kill off all of the Hounds anyway. Oh, Mad Bomber, ugh. Why Mad Bomber is a bad card, volume 557,000,000. So with 3 1/1s on the field, I hit him twice, and then, yeah. Okay, can I win right here? I might be able to with double swipe. So there's 5, 9, 11, 12. Yep, 1 swipe is enough. Thank you, Value Bomber. Oh, you won. Oh, you won. Okay. That was a tough fought win. My opponent did have an irrelevant last... Did I say well played? Oh, I did, because it's grayed out. My opponent did have an irrelevant last turn Molten Giant, although it was not free. It did cost him some mana. I won because I looked for the win, like you always should. Mr. Popo says semi-irrelevant Molten Giant. Indeed. Indeed. Okay, we get up to 5 wins. That's great. I got 120 gold. God, I am loaded. I am filthy, stinking rich. I don't care that much. Like, honestly, the difference between 4,000 gold and 2,000 gold is like nothing. As long as you're playing well, it doesn't actually matter how much you have. But I feel like it lends some credibility to my channel to, you know, to have all that gold. Because you really, it's hard to get up that much without playing the arena. You'd have to grind a crazy amount of constructed to get up there. Especially now that there's a weird cap. Well, not a weird cap, it's to prevent exploits. You can only get 100 gold per day from constructed play. Okay, well, we're up against a warrior. We got our MVP shield bearer here. Hasn't really been an MVP yet, has it? Do I keep the defender? I don't think so. There's too much of a chance that all my stuff's just going to die, so I'll send that back and get some other drops. Hey, we got the combo again. Raid Leader is like the only thing in this deck, other than Defender of Argus, that makes the shield bearer like not horrifically useless. I like actually having this because if he has a Fiery War Axe, it's going to be super frustrating. This will eat a Fiery War Axe in its entirety, and it'll stop him from killing my Fairy Dragon and my Raid Leader, potentially. Shield Bearer, not a good card, definitely, but it's actually okay on turn 1. I find that when my opponents play it on turn 1, it is like enough of a nuisance to justify it being a card, if that makes sense. Alright, so what this Shield Bearer is doing now is kind of unfortunate. It's allowing Cleave to kill my Fairy Dragon. But then it would be a 1-for-1 rather than a 2-for-1, so I think I'd be more or less okay with it. He does not have Cleave. Whoa! He didn't armor up. You know, I'm not going to say he's a bad player for not armoring up. I think that's just a thing that anybody can forget to do sometimes. Play Raid Leader. Get some extra damage through. Scarlet Crusader definitely would have been a valid choice. But I don't know. It felt right to get this down, get some damage through, and then that way next turn, if I need to play the Defender, I can without having to worry about the Scarlet Crusader not being here. Okay, so I'm not really afraid of most 4-drops. Korokon Elite, yeah, that's a pretty good one. So, had I played Scarlet Crusader, I'd be in better shape, actually, because now I could kill this thing off with the Divine Shield and be happy about it. Defender of Argus does not buff up either of these enough to survive the Kor'kron Elite, so I guess actually Kor'kron Elite was pretty good for him there. What I'm going to do is use a Wrath right here. It's a bit risky, sure, but I get to draw a card. I prevent further card disadvantage. And I hit him for 6. I mean, he's below 20 health. Yes, he's a warrior, and, you know, he can armor up and stuff, but still putting on some pressure. Yeah, maybe Scarlet Crusader would have been better. He'd have, like, more health right now, but then I could have dealt with the Kor'kron Elite much better and developed more board presence. Oh, Cleave kills this now. Whoops, that probably shouldn't have happened. Okay. Reggie says in the chat he's being nice to the other player. I think Boris is one of the few that are actually nice in this game. Well, I have to confess, I've had some bad moments. I think people have pointed out on my channel before when I have, like, you know, been a little bit of a doo-doo face to my opponents. You know what? I'm actually going to charge here. This might not be the right play. My opponent's doing absolutely jack squat nothing, so if he's going to keep on doing that, I might as well try to see if I can burn him out with Starfire. I know that Arcanite Reaper is terrible now because pretty much every creature I play I only need to hit once. Alright, Kor'kron Elite will kill off my charging Druid, but that's fine. Okay. Stampeding Kodo. Alright, we're gonna just go ahead and do this and this. And then we're gonna swing for 2. Okay, I'm threatening the win right here, so I mean, you know, time's up, buddy. Gotta do something. I only need to deal 5 damage for Starfire to be the kill. One thing I will say is that when I am mean to people, if it is pointed out to me that I was wrong, I will apologize. It's unlikely that the person will see my apology, but then again, it's unlikely that they saw me being mean in the first place. Wow, this guy loves Kor'kron Elites. This guy loves him some Kor'kron Elite action. I guess it is a good card. See, he's good. He's armoring up. Do I win? 7. 12 minus 7 is 5. Yeah, I win. Very important not to play Defender of Argus here. I've got the kill on the nose. Well, actually, yes, it was on the nose. I did not have enough mana to shapeshift. Okay, that was a very weird game. I love when, like, my 6th win is easier than my 3rd win. That always makes me feel good. I mean, keep in mind I was 5-0. Now, what's funny is that my opponent didn't armor up on turn 2, so if he had armored up, it would have taken me an extra turn to kill him, but I had such a massive advantage there, I think I would have been fine. I could have just, like, played Defender of Argus, swung him most of the way down, shapeshifted, and then, like, been threatening the kill. So, whatever, it's fine. I had that kind of in the bag. He just had a way too slow of a start. He didn't do anything, like, at all. Except for play... Wait, hold on. Did he play any card other than Kor'kron Elite in that game? I'm trying to remember. Did he play a single other card that was not a Kor'kron Elite? I actually can't remember if he did or not. I don't remember. That would be really funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is definitely a hand where you coin out a 2-drop, not just because you have other 2-drops, but because your opponent's a Paladin, might play a Recruit on turn 1. I want to kill those with Shapeshift. I want to have stuff to clean things up. Okay, so we coin out the Fairy Dragon. And, well, we'll see what he does. If he makes a Recruit, I might Shapeshift kill it. I might kill it with my Fairy Dragon and play a Loot Hoarder or something. It's tricky. Since I'm the one with the coin, I don't have to worry until turn 4. Wow, I was going to waste an Argent Protector. Well, that's interesting. I mean, I wouldn't think anyone would ever do that, but if I had played Loot Hoarder, it would have been much better to lose the Loot Hoarder to this than the Fairy Dragon. So, then again, if I'd played the Loot Hoarder, he wouldn't have done this. He would have played the Recruit. Yeah, it's interesting. I just never expected a Paladin to do that. This tells me he has more Argent Protectors in his hand, though. So definitely, well, you definitely want to kill this. The question is, do I play Power of the Wild for +1/+1 to protect my Fairy Dragon? That's kind of like putting 2 eggs in one basket, and it's not a particularly great basket either. I think I'd rather just play Loot Hoarder and trade. Okay, so now I've got this in play, ready to trade into stuff. Scarlet Crusader, that's a pretty good answer. I'll have to use Shapeshift. Power of the Wild doesn't do anything. Okay, so, whoa, I messed up, folks. You should always draw cards first. I should have attacked with the Loot Hoarder first before committing to the Shapeshift. Maybe I would have played Acolyte of Pain, who knows. Alright, so that's that. No one's really getting anywhere this game. 5 cards to my 6, soon to be 7. I've actually come ahead a card. Alright, he's got that guy. That's pretty good. Do I swipe to kill that? Just for, you know, the hell of it? I could play the Panther and Shapeshift? Or Acolyte? That doesn't seem right. We'll just swipe this. That's fine. 4 mana removal for a 4 mana creature is fine. Alright, so we're getting up to the point where if he doesn't make any progress, I will just play my 6 drops and 7 drops and win. Ah, that thing. Well, Acolyte would be funny here. Then I could Wrath, but Wrath doesn't quite kill this, unfortunately. I could swipe this, but that seems awfully silly. I think I'll just play the Acolyte, Shapeshift, and not attack. So yeah, I let a Paladin keep a creature, but this is, I think, a bit of a special case. Because I can kill this later with swipe, unless he puts Blessing of Kings on it. I don't know, maybe I should have played around Blessing of Kings and just swiped this thing. It didn't seem quite right. We'll see if he has the Blessing. Alright, anyway, we'll see what he can do here. Hopefully I can just play a Sunwalker next turn. Hammer of Wrath on an Acolyte. So I draw a card and he draws a card, so neither of us comes out ahead in that exchange. Stormwind Knight, not that helpful here. And he's just going to make a recruit. Okay. So all of the recruits he makes will die once this thing dies, is the thing. The question is, do I play Sunwalker, or do I play Lord of the Arena, or Druid of the Claw, perhaps, even? Run in, kill it that way? That seems silly. One thing's for sure, if he had a Blessing of Kings, he would have played it. So this, he runs in, pops Divine Shield, that's no good. This will actually trade. Okay, I will try the Sunwalker here. This is a bit risky, definitely, but it's the reason I'm letting him keep creatures is that this is a very special case. Like, this is very double-edged. So for him, it could be just as much of a problem as it is for me. All right, Flesh-Eating Ghoul. It's about to get big. Luckily, I've got the Wrath to kill it. Oh, that's right. I totally forgot he could use the Recruit to pop the Divine Shield and then trade everything. Ah, that was a mistake, folks. I apologize. I definitely should not have let that happen. So he's going to pop Divine Shield, run in the Abomination. Abomination dies, pops, kills off the Sunwalker. Damages but does not kill the Flesh-Eating Ghoul. And then he can make a Recruit afterwards. Well, then I'll probably have to swipe that Ghoul to kill it in the Recruits. That would leave me with 3 mana, which is enough to do nothing except for play a Panther. That's a bit sad. Reggie says, can't believe we're spamming Boris's chat with smileys. It's a good thing he's not looking here. I see what y'all are doing. I see it. Don't think I don't see it. Defender of Argus? Oh, more like Defender of Nargus. That sucks. Well, it's a good thing Swipe's a pretty good card, because that actually wraths his entire board, and I'm fairly certain nothing is better than that. Yeah, we'll just do this. He opened himself wide for a swipe. I don't know if that was a mistake or not, or if it was calculated, but I get a Panther, Humble Panther here. And now I've got a bunch of cards ahead of him, and he doesn't really have much life advantage to show for it. I've got another swipe to kill off his Recruits if he builds those up, but he has the play, so if he keeps playing good stuff, he could still stay in it. If I get even like a hair's breadth crack window to play my big stuff in peace, I'll be able to win. Okay, well, that was a pretty good turn for him, unfortunately. I kind of have to deal with this thing that he just did. Shield Bearer. Okay, how does this work? I could Wrath to pop Divine Shield and draw a card and swipe to kill this, the Recruit, and get this down to 1 health, and then Shapeshift to finish off the Argent Protector. That would be my entire turn. I think if I clear his whole board, I have to spend my whole turn. I mean, the other option is to play War Golem, but that's dumb with a 4/4 Divine Shield in play. I could hedge my bets. I could, like, Shapeshift to pop Divine Shield and, like, play... Well, I'd have 6 mana left. I could then play this. And then kill the Dwarf, leave him with a Recruit, save my swipe. Still, though, I end up with, like, nothing on the board. I could play this and hope it holds. I could play this just to bide time against the Divine Shield. Alright, I will try that. We'll do this, this, shield bearer, divine shield, kill the recruit that way. I don't know if that was the right move. But, I mean, if you've got a bad card, you might as well use it, right? So, like, if he just has to end up killing it, leaving me with these two creatures, then next turn I'm in a better position to, like, play War Golem, say, and then I also have enough mana to Wrath, and I might be able to trade stuff off. Or I could actually play Druid of the Claw and swipe at 9 mana. So we'll see how this actually works out. Okay, that I'm happy to see. And what else has he got for me? If it can be dealt with by a swipe, that's ideal. Dark Iron Dwarf makes... So he's played 2 Dark Iron Dwarves, wasting the buffs for both. That's awesome news. Okay. Defender of Argus. That's tasty. Let me think. If I swipe this, it dies, this dies, Divine Shield pops, Defender of Argus lets me trade, and then that thing... Okay, I think that's the move. I think that's got to be the move here. So we'll do this. Definitely don't regret the fact that I just took every swipe I saw. That's for sure, because swipe is a really good spell. So I'm sure there's some people watching me grumbling about the fact that, oh, well, of course you're winning at 6-0. You got 3 swipes, and maybe that's true. I would not argue with you too much. One problem now is these guys cannot be played on the same turn ever, nor can either of them ever be played on the same turn as this. I'm having mana issues. I actually can't play my stuff. Okay, so he's going to start a questing adventure. That probably means he's got some kind of a plan for protecting it, because obviously my creatures right now can just kill it. Hand of Protection, and he does, in fact, have a plan. So it's a 4/4, neither of my guys can kill it, and he's got a Divine Shield on it. So, good move by my opponent. Stampeding Kodo, unfortunately, does not work. Let's think. So, I could Wrath to pop Divine Shield. Shapeshift to hit it for 1. That's 4 mana. Kill it off with the Stormwind Knight. Disadvantage there is that it leaves this recruit alive, or the recruit will kill the Defender of Argus. That will leave me with 5 mana, or 6 mana. I could actually play Lord of the Arena there. Use up as much mana as possible. And actually, it really is important to play the Lord, because these 2 guys can be played on the same turn if it's the whole turn, but the Lord of the Arena can't. So I think that's the move. I think we'll Wrath to pop Divine Shield and draw a card. Emperor Cobra is cute, but not relevant. We'll Shapeshift. I have enough health that the damage doesn't really actually matter. This. And, okay, I'm going to make a super conservative play. I'm just going to kill off that recruit. And the plan here is I'm going to win with card advantage, because I've got really strong cards, and he's only got 2 cards. His hero ability is good, but mine counters his directly unless he has Taunt or Divine Shield, so I feel like I should be in pretty good shape here. See what he's got for me. He passes the turn. What on earth? I don't even know what kind of a situation that would be where you'd pass the turn with 8 mana. What is he holding on to? This is like a fun little exercise for the viewers at home. What does a Paladin have in 2 cards where with 10 mana you play neither of them? What are those, like 2 Blessings of Protection maybe? I can think of that. You wouldn't want to put it on a creature you just played. That would be silly. That's really funny. Okay, well 7-0 is pretty great. This is actually kind of important because I've never been 9-0 with a Druid. I've been 9-0 with a Mage, and I've been 9-0 with a Hunter. I don't get 9-0 very often at all. I mean, this is like 186 arenas that we're talking about here. So if I could get up to 9-0, even if I don't make it up to 12, that would be pretty great. Mr. Popo suggests that my opponent was holding on to Deathwing Ysera. Maybe. Alright, another Paladin. Don't know if it's the same person. We again get our Shield Bearer on turn 1, which is great. Some folks are suggesting double Alarmabot. Definitely a possibility. I'm keeping the Dark Iron Dwarf here because I am the second player. I might coin it out on turn 3. And I'm up against a Paladin. These guys actually have a pretty decent chance of surviving. Like, honestly, I don't know who, like what class you'd have a higher chance of surviving than against a Paladin if you have a Shield Bearer and then a Fairy Dragon. Because, I mean, he's not playing anything until... He's not playing anything removally until turn 4 because you're the one with the coin. Okay, I could coin here, but I can't kill this thing, so there's really no point. Let's just do that. And we're not going to swing because this guy can't swing. Main thing that he wants right now is a buff for the Fairy Dragon so that he can kill this in one fell swoop. If he doesn't do that, then the Dark Iron Dwarf will buff the Shield Bearer, and the Shield Bearer will actually get its revenge against the Fairy Dragon that was molesting it. You know, I don't actually get to hear the Shield Bearer attack very often. Yeah, what does he say? Oh, payback time. I see. That's a good emote. I like it. Well, I'd say that we won the opening, folks. Could definitely go either way, of course. The game is far from over, but the opening has been won. Now, he can come back with a True Silver Champion. He doesn't have it. That's actually... yeah, it's pretty good. What I really want is another Dark Iron Dwarf, and I don't actually have one. Ah, boy. So I could Power of the Wild, make this a 5/5, and then Shapeshift to finish this thing off. Or I could play Murloc Tidehunter, Power of the Wild. More stuff would get buffed, but then I'd have to kill this either by using my Fairy Dragon and the Dwarf, or leave this alive. I don't want to leave this alive, that's for sure. Then, of course, if I kill this, everything I have would die to Consecration, like everything. So that seems kind of silly. I mean, everything dies to Consecration with my other plan as well, because the Fairy Dragons will be at 2 health. But, this thing will still be in my hand, so I won't have just thrown it away. So I'm going to do it this way. I'm not 100% sure. What I am 100% sure on is that if this were a 4/5, I would be a much, much happier person. Because then I could use the Fairy Dragon and Shapeshift and keep this guy at full health. Ah, balls. Well, anyway, that's life. So we're going to do this, finish it off, and see if he has Consecration. Okie doke! I guess Power of the Wild was just too much for him to handle. I mean, I don't want to make fun of that opponent too much. Maybe he was holding on to 5 Alarmabots and an Angry Chicken. You don't know, man. You don't know what's in his hand. But that was really hysterical, actually. I don't think I've had someone concede that prematurely. Could be that he had to go somewhere. Could be that he just had to leave and it just happened to be right after I killed his Twilight Drake. You don't know, man. You don't know me. Yeah, Reggie notes in the chat that was a 4-round win. Yeah, that was a new record for me, I think. Or at least close to a new record. Okay, well, this is a very significant game in the life of Papa Boris. I don't know when I'm going to have another chance. 8-0 as Druid doesn't come up every other day, you know. So, trying to go for 9-0. Eventually, I'd like to have well, okay. So, eventually, I'd like to have every class at 12-0. Like, eventually, like, I would like to say that I've seen every class go to 12-0. That's not very likely, of course, to ever happen. But if that did happen, I would satisfy all of my other bucket list items, which is to get every class to 12, and also to get every class to 9-0. Okay, this is actually a really bad opening hand. I've had some pretty good opening hands in my other games. This is not one of them. I've got nothing to do until the Scarlet Crusader on turn 3. And my opponent has a fast start. Well, I've got something to do, maybe. Use the Claw to kill his Fairy Dragon? Yes, I will use my Claw to kill the Fairy Dragon. Awesome. As well as Possum. Okay, so Claw, good card. Glad I took that card. And we'll see what he does to decide between Acolyte or Scarlet Crusader. Scarlet Crusader, you of course always have to worry against a Shaman in case of Water Elemental, in case of Earth Shock. But yeah, I'm gonna play it. I mean, gotta put it out there. I mean, this might just kill the Acidic Ooze. You don't know, man. Uh-oh, he's ignoring it. Well, he's ignoring it. That might mean he just doesn't have an answer to it. Does not mean he has an Earth Shock. Oh no! Oh no! He has it! Fuck! He had the Earth Shock. Well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're gonna lose. That's what you're gonna do. Right, I'm gonna play Stormwind Knight rather than the Keeper because the Keeper's a bit more flexible. The silence there. So I figured having a 2/2 rather than a 2/4 is better because I might need the silence later on. Oh, man. Earthshock. He slow rolled it, too, like a little doo-doo nut. He's just swinging on by here. It's fine by me, I suppose. He had Earthshock for Scarlet Crusader. That is just hard to accept, man. It's hard to accept. Violet Teacher, that's a good card. I don't like that at all. It doesn't die to my Druid. I mean, I could charge in and then kill it with the Stormwind Knight, but then the 1/1 totem would finish it off. I'm just going to have to let that sit. This is actually strictly better than Fen Creeper. It's a 4/6 rather than a 3/6. The only other option I would ever consider is Acolyte plus Novice Engineer, but I think I need to get this down. This Violet Teacher is a pretty scary threat. I will kill off the 1/1 totem. Pass the turn. Hope he doesn't have like a crazy amount of spells here. I don't actually have good answers. Well, what am I talking about? I have 3 swipes, though those will kill off all the recruits. So I guess if I get a swipe, that's fine. I just don't have it yet. Okay. Taz dangles. Lightning bolts. Ah. With that last mana, he just gets me every time, the jerk. Oh, man, this is a bad situation. I'm really far behind. Dark Iron Dwarf is not good enough. God darn it. Ugh. So I could play this, just kill off the Violet Teacher. I could also play this to silence this Engine and then trade that for the Violet Teacher, but why would I do that? That makes no sense. I could do Novice Engineer to draw a card, or I could do this, kill that thing. Well, the problem is if I kill this thing with the Keeper of the Grove, this thing is hiding behind the Senjin and I cannot kill it with Shapeshift. Alright, this might not be the right play. What I'm going to do is actually just kill that Senjin. And the reason for that is the Dark Iron Dwarf is good against his current board. So of course you can get rid of the Dark Iron Dwarf, but I felt like that put the best board presence. That was the best balance I could find between a good board presence and removal. Obviously, you always want to clear your opponent's board and play stuff, but if you can't build board presence and eliminate your opponents, you kind of have to choose one or the other. And that time I sacrificed a little bit of board removal for a little bit of board presence of myself. And I do have 3 swipes in here. They should be coming up some point. Oh god, swipe is so good. Oh, it just kills off everything. It kills everything. Oh, it kills even more things. Please, just give me a swipe. I really need that desperately. Please swipe. Oh my god, I actually got it. Now, folks, you should still... Actually, I don't want to play Novice Engineer. I want to play the Acolyte. So, okay. And we're going to play the Acolyte. Okay, now we're in the lead for sure. He's got 3 cards to my 3 cards. Soon to be 4, but I have this Acolyte on the field. He's overloaded. Well, actually, that's actually not that huge of a lead, really, but I feel like I'm in great shape compared to how I was. Spellbreaker? Who's gonna spellbreak an Acolyte of Pain? Oh, that's actually a good move. I'm just joshing you. Oh, and I can't even kill the Spellbreaker. God darn it. Okay. Well, I'm gonna play the Fen Creeper and a Loot Hoarder. I'll leave the taunt. I could have like shapeshifted and killed the taunt totem, but I think getting this on the board was better. Fen Creeper very good against the Spellbreaker, but by stopping me from drawing cards, I think he really nullified a lot of my advantage. Because if I could have gotten cards off this thing, then that would have been really, really good. He's getting a totem. Hopefully it's not spell damage. Good, it's not. It'll heal this, but that's fine. Loot Hoarder will take care of business. Alright, this is it. How good is this 6 mana? Everything hinges on this. Or at least not everything, but like the balance of the game hinges in a huge way on whether this is an awesome turn or a lame one. Okay, this is a good card, but he needed better. So I think I'm in really good shape now, except of course I top deck utter crap. Let's draw a card. Always draw cards first. Defend. Hey, that's what we're talking about. Okay. Well, what I think I want to do is the following. Oh, man, what I really want to do... Okay, I know what I want to do. Yes. Okay, we're going to play Defender of Argus like this. I will shapeshift and use my Silenced Acolyte to get rid of that Taunt Totem. We will kill that and draw a card. Wrath, nice to see. Do I play this just to have it die to the Spiteful Smith? That seems awfully pointless. So what I will do is just kill off the Healing Totem. I'm not going to play this because it just dies, and we'll pass the turn. Now I think I'm doing really well. So now I have more cards on the board than he has cards total, and I have 3 cards in my hand. These aren't maybe the best, like this thing, but this thing could be really good. And then this, obviously, removal is great as well. Alright, he's going to go ahead and run the Wolf Rider in to finish off my Fen Creeper. That's fine. Harvest Golem, good card, but not a big deal. Let's see what we get. Man, I cannot get my, like, big cards, like my Lord of the Arena, my War Golem. Would be nice. So I could use this to finish off the Spiteful Smith. Then I still have the Harvest Golem to contend with, which I could kill easily enough. So I will actually just kill the Spiteful Smith, I think. Basically, I don't want to use my Wrath if I don't have to, and I don't have to. So why use it? Okay, so we got to live the dream here. We got board presence and board clear. We got both of them. Note that since the Novice Engineer dies regardless, you might as well run her into the harder hitting one to preserve a little bit of life on the Acolyte. Now the question is, do I play the Panther? Yes, there's a risk of a Lightning Storm. But I think even if he has Lightning Storm, I'm still okay. Because this and this both have a coin flip to survive. And he still will only have one card, and I can do this and get a card as well. And I've got big stuff here. Okay, so does he get a spell damage? He does not. He keeps getting the 1/1. Does he have Lightning Storm? Okay, still not a Lightning Storm. And he doesn't have Lightning Storm. I cannot draw anything good to save my life, though. I'm actually going to use Wrath for 1 damage just because I desperately need to get like one of my good cards, or else I will give him way too many chances to top deck stuff. There we go, that's perfect. So now I'm going to kill this because that'll die to Lightning Storm, and you know, I'm not going to play Fairy Dragon, I don't think. I mean, what are the odds of him top decking a Lightning Storm? Yeah, alright, we'll hold on to the Fairy Dragon. I'm not sure if that's right, but my instincts tell me to keep it in my hand. Okay, well this is obviously very good. I have twice as many cards on the field as he has in his hand, plus I'm still holding on to that Fairy Dragon. And I should be able to win this game, so I mean, if you're fighting for 9-0, this is about as good of a position as you could possibly have, short of your opponent has just conceded. He's pointing something at the Lord, maybe Lava Burst? Hex, okay, well, that is unfortunate, and this thing is pretty big. There we go, finally, okay. So let's play Sunwalker. I will play Fairy Dragon. If he top decks a Lightning Storm, then he top decks a Lightning Storm. I am more likely to lose because I was too conservative not putting this on the board than I am to lose because he top decked Lightning Storm. A Lightning Storm would be horrifically bad. It would pretty much clear everything because he's got spell damage on it. Well, no, it'd be a coin flip. Even after spell damage, it's still a coin flip on these guys, I guess. Okay, does he have Lightning Storm? No, he does not. Perfect. Someone was asking in the chat, I wonder what subject Forrest teaches. I actually teach standardized tests. So I teach grad school standardized tests, GRE, GMAT, and LSAT. And I like to call myself a logic teacher, because that's really the most important thing on all those tests, is your ability to reason logically. Reggie says in the chat, his thought process is very mathy. Yeah, math, this is an argument I've had with people. Because basically, I argue that on standardized tests, they're not really math tests, they're logic tests, that they use math. And then a lot of people say in return, well, isn't math logic? And I think that if in order to be good at math, you do need to be good at logic. But in order to be good at logic, you don't need to be good at math. There's a little bit of a, dare we say, logical relationship there that only goes in one direction. And the standardized tests that I teach, I feel like the math that's required is really, really elementary. So what's much more difficult for people is the logic aspect and the math aspect. But yes, I had in college, I have the equivalent of a math minor. Because as a computer science major, I ended up taking like a lot of math classes. Probably like 10 classes total in college were devoted to math, which is a lot. Swipe is good, but I'm not going to keep it because I really want stuff to play. And we made it to 9-0, so woo! And we're up against a Druid. So the first 2 runs of this arena were against Druids, and we beat them both. I don't think we've seen a Druid since. It'd be very fitting if this Druid proceeded to crush me. Crushing my dreams of going to 12-0 as a Druid. I do... no, I have gotten above... I have gotten above 9 wins with Druid, I believe, once before. I believe. I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I have not gotten to 12 wins, though, with Druid, so that's my main objective here. Coin? Well, I hope it's a creature rather than removal, because this Abusive Sergeant would be good. Nah, it's not. God! Scarlet Crusader. My nemesis. Well, yeah, I'm just going to kill it. I mean... sucks. What are you going to do? I mean, I could play Abusive Sergeant and swing for 5. That's risky. That's really, really risky. 5 damage is a lot of damage, though. Let me think about that. So, Abusive Sergeant, swing for 5. I'm basically baiting him to use Shapeshift rather than make an actual play. He's used his coin, so there's no swipe. What could he do that would really hurt me? Alright, we'll try it. I feel like I'm behind because he played Scarlet Crusader. When you're behind, take risks. Let's see if we can make this work. So my hope is that he'll just Shapeshift to kill the Sergeant. I'll use the Panther to trade the Scarlet Crusader. So same thing as I could have done, except I got 5 extra damage through. So we'll see. This could really backfire, though. Oh, I'd love to see that. Okay, so it didn't backfire. Perfect. Cobra. Well, that's actually totally fine. It was a little scary there with that Scarlet Crusader. However, after he played that Cobra, I think I'm in really great shape. All I do is Shapeshift and kill off the Cobra. Well, I'm not in great shape, but I'm in fine shape. He's got 6 cards to my 5, soon to be 6, which makes sense because I'm the first player. I've got a really good card here. He's used his coin, and then I have another good card the turn after that. So unless he does something pony whipping balls ridiculous on turn 4, which he didn't, I think I'm doing just fine here. Okay, now I could, of course, Shapeshift and use the Fairy Dragon to kill that. Then I'm relegated to playing a Cobra. If I play the Druid, he could use the Panther with this Mighty 5 attack plus Shapeshift to kill the Panther, or the bear, but then, you know, this thing will survive. Now, if he actually plays Shattered Sun Cleric, this becomes a 6/5. It kills the Druid and then survives, and he still has 2 mana left over, which would actually be really awful. So should I make the more conservative play of Shapeshift, Fairy Dragon, kill, and Cobra? Delays my dropping of a big creature. I think I'd rather get the big creature down. I could have also used that to charge and kill the panda, but I don't know. I feel like he doesn't quite have removal here. So hopefully he just doesn't have a Shattered Sun Cleric for this one turn. That's actually okay. I'm okay with that. I'm totally fine with that because they're trading this way. So that's fine. Because this Dark Iron Dwarf dropped, I am not going to get to play... Well, I could play a Sunwalker. It's got Taunt. I could Shapeshift, Fairy Dragon, kill this. Leaves me with 4 mana. It's not great. I mean, I could do these and get some mad card draws. I'd really rather get this down, though. Bit risky, but I'm putting on some steady damage. This Fairy Dragon's gotten hit him a few times. And if he doesn't have an answer to my Sunwalker, then this will do great justice. So does he have an answer? Because this is just threatening to kill this dwarf with the Divine Shield. And laugh all the way to the bank. Well, if he has an answer, it seems not to be a great one, because he's really hesitating.
I have no time.
Okay, that's a pretty good card. Well... ouch. It's a good card. I mean, I can't kill this. It'll just steal my Sunwalker. The saving grace is that this can't kill itself, because none of my stuff hits for 5 damage. But it does just, as a 5/5, kill off my Sunwalker. I could go for the race. I could swing for 7, get him down to 12. That might be my best option here. Well, let's draw a card. Let's see what we get.
You like my invention?
Fen Creeper. Interesting. Is that worth playing for some extra protection? Or should I play more stuff? I'm going to play more stuff. And do I kill this? I think I need to kill that dwarf. I think leaving that alive would be a bit foolhardy. So we'll do this, swing for 3, pass the turn. Let's just see what happens. It's going to Starfire my Sunwalker, which means that the Sylvanas, if she wishes, can suicide against my Cobra and steal one of my chumpy crap creatures. He's going to go for more value than that, though, which is a reasonable choice. Swipe. Okay, let's take a quick look here. We got 2, 4, 5 down to 11. Yeah, it's time to race, I think. I will play the Acolyte rather than shape-shifting. Swing, swing, swing. The thing is, he can kill Sylvanas off against the Fen Creeper, but then like everything is just kind of crappy for him to steal. And I might be able to burn him out. With my hero ability, I don't make any progress, because of course his hero ability just heals back the damage I deal, but if I can just get one more good attack in or draw a second swipe, I have a decent chance of being able to burn him out. He stole what was actually my absolute worst creature, so that's a bit lucky for me, for sure. Oh, and I forgot, the Fen Creeper doesn't even die to Sylvanas. That's kind of cool. He has to do something. Swipe, I guess, would be an option, of course, on the Cobra. That would kill off the Fen Creeper, the Loot Hoarder, and the Acolyte, but that would draw me 2 cards. He elects instead to drop a Taunt in the way, which is smart. Of course, that would make it harder for me to attack, and he will kill the Fen Creeper, which is also a reasonable choice, because that prevents some damage output. And he plays a Molten Giant, which actually, if I don't win soon, is going to get to be relevant. Okay, so now I've actually got 9 points of burn damage, which means if I can just get anything through, well, I can't play them both in this turn, but I should be able to win. Let's take a look. Let's say I swipe him in the face. He goes down to 5 health. Pop Divine Shield. Cobra kills this. Damn it. Cobra kills this. I've got 3 damage. He's down to 2, yeah, down to 1. Well, then I just hope to Starfire him next turn and win. I think that's my best chance, so we will do that. So I'll swipe his face. I can't kill this quote-unquote fairly in any way. Well, I could Wrath. Hang on. Whoa, whoa. I could Wrath for 3, Acolyte. Or no, Wrath for 3, Loot Hoarder for 2, Swing for 3. Yeah, he's still getting down to 1 health, no matter how you slice it. But I guess that preserves my Cobra, so I'll do that because the Cobra might be needed to get rid of this Giant if something goes really terribly awry. So we'll do that. I should have done that first because you should always draw cards first. Kodo makes no difference, thankfully. We'll Shapeshift. Okay, so he's at 1 health. And I could, of course, kill this Molten Giant, but what I want to do is get him as low as possible, because obviously with me being at 28, he cannot kill me. And he would need to heal up a lot to get above Starfire range. Now it's possible. I mean, he could play Earthen Ring, Farseer, and like Bite, or like Healing Touch, I guess, like would heal him for 8, but God, it seems so unlikely. This is a good player. He knows what he's doing. He's not going to play with bad cards like Healing Touch. Okay, so he's playing towards his out. He healed himself for 4. He's stopping the Cobra from killing the Giant. He's making all the right plays. Just unluckily for him, I do have a Starfire, and that's going to be the game. Alright, well, I went for my outs, he went for his, and mine were better. So, good game, Mr. Druid. I am 3 for 3 against Druids in this run, unless there was a 4th Druid I forgot about. Not exactly the most meaningful statistic in the world, because of course, I'm per X and O against everybody, because I haven't lost any games. So, yay. Well, boy, it's getting stressful. I just hope I don't make any horrific blunders. Like, if I lose one of these next 2 games, then, you know, I just hope it's because my opponent had a really good deck and just crushed me, and not because I made some dumb play and screwed myself over for no reason whatsoever. Well, yep, here it is. It's a very exciting moment. If I can win the next 2 games, I will have my first ever 12-0 on this channel, and also my first 12-win run as Druid. Even if I lose a game, I'd still like to make it to 12, just so I can do that as Druid one time, because I've done it with Hunter, Warlock, Priest, and Warrior, but I have not made it to 12 wins with any other class. Alright, we're up against another Hunter. I do like being a Druid against a Hunter. I feel like Druids kind of have the perfect balance against Hunters, where they heal up a little bit, making it harder for the Hunter to burn them down, but they also deal damage for board control, which Hunters lack, so it's like kind of perfect, I think. I had a Nourish, which I haven't seen in like 6 games. I have not actually... I cast Nourish 1 time in this arena. Alright, so this is actually kind of nice. Good second player curve here. I got the Abusive Sergeant on turn 1, which I can play against a Hunter legitimately. Then on turn 2, I can coin out Scarlet Crusader. And then play the Acolyte on turn 3, or the other way around, just kind of depending on what he does. I've noticed Hunters are really strong now with Unleash the Hounds being a 2-mana card. You cannot play around them anymore. It used to be if you just had enough creatures on the board, you could play around a Hunter's removal. But now, with Unleash the Hounds, you can't play it. Either you're playing in a Deadly Shot or Multi-Shot, or you're playing into Unleash the Hounds. You're just always... It's kind of like being up against a Mage. You're just like always hoping they don't have something. Okay, my opponent is not hovering over anything. I can't imagine how someone would be AFK in the arena. Unless they're getting disconnected. There he is. He just hovered over his portrait. Okay, and he passes the turn. Alright, well, let's play the Abusive Sergeant. And hope for no Mad Bomber. I will say I beat the person who played Mad Bomber against me and killed my abusive sergeant with it, so suck on that, you dog. This guy's a real thinker here. Is he griefing me? Like, is this person gonna grief me by taking maximum amount of time on his turn? What's interesting is I've kind of known for all of Hearthstone's life that this is a possibility. Someone can just take a whole ton of time, and as soon as the fuse bar hits, make their move and pass the turn. But I've never actually seen anyone do that. So I'm willing to trust that this guy actually is thinking and just has difficult decisions. Maybe that is overly generous of me, but that's what I think. Okay. Wow, I don't even need to use the coin. I could just play Power of the Wild. But I will play the Scarlet Crusader, because you know what? If I'm not using the coin now, when is it going to be helpful? I like having this on the field. It messes up a lot of your opponent's plays. If this guy is a time-wasting troll, then I guess he's gonna really expand the length of this video, but I hope he doesn't. Hope he doesn't do that. I'm not gonna give him any emotes to try to hurry him up, because I think if you just do that to a troll, it will only make them more happy about what they're doing. So his plays are pretty inhibited. This is one nice thing about being second player, is that you know if you play a Scarlet Crusader that your opponent cannot play like a 4-drop here. So this is just really strong against a lot of 3-drops. In fact, it's been strong against me in this arena more than once. Alright, well, he's still thinking about everything. He's going to just play this and have it die. I mean, it's reasonable that he thought as long as he did, because, like, this is not a play you make happily, you know? We'll play Acolyte. Did that, well, I don't know if I did that wrong or not, but I'm not sure what the correct way is to play against Explosive Trap. Probably the Abusive Sergeant is what you should, or Explosive Shot. Probably Abusive Sergeant is what you want in the middle. Anyway, this is a really good start. I mean, I curved out perfectly. He hasn't really put up much by way of interference. Scarlet Crusader was good. Her Divine Shield got a kill. He could have an Explosive Trap that will kill off the Crusader and the Sergeant, but it will draw me a card off the Acolyte, so that's fine. Freezing Trap's no good. Unleash the Hounds. Okay, so Unleash the Hounds, at least it wasn't comboed with a Buzzard. Oh my... Well, shit. So now I'm in a bit of trouble. It's a good thing I have Swipe, because this could have gotten real bad real fast. What's unfortunate is I would like to use the Acolyte to kill the Hound and get a card, but that will buff the Scavenging Hyena. So I have to swipe right now, even though that means foregoing the card. Man, that was amazing. Like, I had a really great start, and in one turn he caught up. Now, that's because I had a bunch of 1 toughness creatures, but wow. That was crazy. I guess he's back in the game now. Damn. I really thought I was going to be able to lock this one away, but yeah, my opponent is really starting to catch up here. I would say that I'm already behind. This is just a really bad situation, because I can't play my cards effectively. I've got 6 drops when what I needed was 5 drops. I needed like a Druid of the Claw here. Shit. Well, do I throw this away for a card? Yes, because if I do get a Druid of the Claw, I think that would make a huge difference. I'm willing to risk it. Okay. I could play this in the Panther, but the Panther just does die to the Sen'jin, so that seems pointless. Ugh. This survives against the Sen'jin, but then I'm not charging in because that's pointless. This is really awkward. I could do this and buff it with the Power of the Wild to make it a 3/4 so it survives against the Sen'jin. That's really, really risky, especially if he has Deadly Shot. You know, I think it's my best move. I'm going to do it. Sometimes you got to do terrible things to survive. If he doesn't have any buffs, and if he doesn't have a Deadly Shot, that's the best. And I feel like I'm really far behind after the Hyena Unleash the Hounds thing, so I've got to take risks. A few folks are joking in the chat about how I always think my decks are bad. In my defense, I did say I thought this deck was pretty good. Now, he used Deadly Shot. Well, I'm going to say that was a pro play, baiting out a Deadly Shot so that now my Sunwalker doesn't die to it. And Sunwalker, I think, is the play, because the extra health on the Lord doesn't really make any difference, because the Sunwalker is good enough to kill Sen'jin. So does he have a second Deadly Shot? It's pretty much the only card that would be that great for him here. And maybe I can crawl back into this with War Golem next turn. It's a Boulder Fist Ogre. Well, it does mean the Boulder Fist Ogre can kill my Sunwalker, but the War Golem can kill the Boulder Fist Ogre and survive. I could, if I wished, play the Panther and the Stormwind Knight. I think this is actually fine. So I'll do that. I'll get to kill the Boulder Fist Ogre with my War Golem. Now then my War Golem will be at 1 health, but an almost dead creature is better than an already dead creature, so I think it's still okay. Plus I have Nourish to refresh. I'm still in the game here. This could still go my way, potentially. That's really good. I need my dude. I need my dude who silences things. Keeper of the Grove. Oh, jeez. Well, too many things to kill and not enough things to kill them with. I'd like to swipe after this pops, I think. So what I'm gonna do is... Well, this thing needs to die for sure. And I think I would like to do it this way. So I'm gonna kill this. Kill this. I don't want to get into a race with the Hunter. And we're gonna play Panther in the middle to around Explosive Shot. Pass the turn. Man, he's got some really good cards. He had really good, like, early game with the Unleash the Hounds and the Hyena, and then he has good end game as well. Ogre, back-to-back with High Mane. If he didn't have such good stuff, I would have overrun him with my War Golem. I hope he doesn't have any more Unleash the Hounds, because that would be a very effective way of killing my War Golem. As a secret. Okay, that's actually fine. I don't really care about secrets right here. I think secrets are totally okay. So I'm a little bit low on life, which is scary, but I should be fine. Starfire... I don't know. The Hyenas come back, and I don't have enough mana to swipe afterwards. I have to keep in mind he's also got some kind of a trap. I don't want to shapeshift and hit this, because that would hurt a lot. Okay, well, let's check for Freezing Trap, I guess. Or Snake Trap. It's neither of those. Okay. We're going to now do a little bit of an odd move here. I'm going to actually kill this thing right away. Then I'm going to swipe a Hyena. And, well, how confident am I that this is Explosive Trap? It's either Explosive Trap or Snipe. I'm pretty confident it's actually Explosive Trap, which means this thing is dead. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to trade it into the Hyena. I know that's crazy. Well, let's draw cards first. We should always draw cards, I guess. But I am going to run it into the Hyena. I should have done that right away, shouldn't I? Anyway, run it into the Hyena because I'm pretty sure it's Explosive Trap. And pass the turn. So now he's got a trap in 3 cards. 14 health is okay, I think, against a Hunter. Just a matter of how good of plays he could make that will determine what happens next. Shaman, Yeti, Steady Shot, anything else? No. Perfect. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do here is attack his face to check for Explosive Trap. And it is Explosive Trap. Okay. So I know my creatures are safe. Now I can either Starfire, in which case I can only just play a Murloc Tidehunter, or I can play the Druid of the Claw, hope it holds up against the Yeti, and then that also lets me play Raid Leader, which is a little bit better. But I think actually I'm going to play it safe. I am a little bit low on health. Let's Starfire. Let's play the Tidehunter, which I feel bad playing this because it's so bad against Unleash the Hounds. Maybe because of Unleash the Hounds, I shouldn't play this with this card as much as I used to. Tundra Rhino? Oh, that's actually really scary because if his beasts charge, he could burn me out and kill me right now, potentially. Okay, thank God he had no more beasts. Okay, so that's fine. That's okay. It's just going to swing past me. Alright, cool. Don't care. Alright, the move here, I think, is to swipe. And then play as much as I can on the board to protect my health. So we're going to do this. And, well, I have to think. If he has a beast and kill command, that's 5 damage plus this is 7. So I really want to be above 7, don't I? So I don't want to actually play Fen Creeper. What I want to do is swipe, claw for the health, and then do this. I don't know if I'm playing this 100% correctly, but I just want to make sure I don't get burned out by beast plus kill command, because I actually have lost that way before. Does he actually have a kill? Oh, does he have like 2 burn cards here with Steady Shot? Animal Companion. Charging Pig. Thank God I have Taunt. Does he have kill command? Deadly Shot. Oh my God, the Deadly Shot hit my Taunter. Shit. Well, this is actually very, very dicey now because obviously I have to kill this. I have to shapeshift. I have to do this, this, and this. And so now if he draws any kind of burn, he'll win. But if he doesn't, he's a few turns away from steady shot, and I might actually be able to kill him off. We'll see. Oh my god, that was obnoxious. That 50-50 coin flip. That 50-50 coin flip ended my arena ambitions. Alright. I have to do this. I just have to. I'm not gonna hit that Timberwolf. I can only play one of these creatures, actually. Yeah, I can only play one, so I might as well play the one that kills off the wolf for free, because then I get to deal more damage to my opponent. Okay, well, if he gets any kind of burn, even an arcane shot or anything, he kills me. But if he... Ah, he got kill command. God damn it. That is exactly the way that I don't want to lose a game when I'm at 10-0, because I could have had that. Ah, I could have had it. Man, I had so much opportunity. I just needed one more top deck to not be anything, and it was something. Or that deadly shot coin flip. Ah. Oh, that's hard, folks. You are hearing the voice of a broken, rundown man. Whew. What a game. Well, I'm sure I did not play the endgame perfectly. Endgame in Hearthstone is surprisingly difficult to play. It's kind of like in chess, where like when you get to the endgame and there are fewer pieces, it actually is like really, really hard to play correctly. I'm not 100% sure I did that perfectly. There might have been a different way to handle the Savannah Highmane. There might have been a different way for me to handle that turn where I clawed, because I didn't shapeshift. Although if I had shapeshifted, I still would have died to the kill command at the end. He had some damage to spare. Oh, God, I tried. I tried, guys. You know I tried. So here I wish I were second, because then I could have coined something out on turn 1 and killed a recruit. Now... Well, actually, it's fine. Oh, it's the same choice as before, Loot Hoarder versus Fairy Dragon. I'll play Fairy Dragon, whatever. If he plays another, like, Loot Hoarder or something stupid, then I'll just regret it, but that's okay. I think the odds of him playing an Argent Commander, bare naked Argent Commander, are pretty small. Coin, and... Okay, good. So no... He's not going to have, like, an early, True Silver Champion or anything. And I think it just makes sense to kill this. Don't let Paladins keep creatures. Swing for 1. I don't mind that this Fairy Dragon's going to... It's basically the Fairy Dragon ate a Humility effect, and it's going to mop up 2 recruits. Not a bad deal. I can also Dark Iron Dwarf it. It's totally fine. So I'd say the opening is kind of even at the moment. Okay, now I'm getting a little bit ahead, because he's just making a recruit. He's got nothing better. Unless he plays a 1-drop. He does not. So do I play a couple of these things, or do I just play the Dark Iron Dwarf, even though I don't need to play the Dark Iron Dwarf? Let's see. If I play these, everything dies to Consecration. So I don't really want to do that. Although, hold on. I mean, the Panther dies, but this did its job. The Loot Hoarder draws me a card. I don't want to waste this Dark Iron Dwarf, although it puts a 4-4 on the board, and having a 4-4 on the board is nice. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to waste the Dark Iron Dwarf, because I think having the 4-4 on the board is worth it. And I really wish the nerf weren't in play, because if in the olden days, this Dark Iron Dwarf would have actually kept the damage buff permanent. Well, True Silver Champion, of course, makes me regret that I played the Dark Iron Dwarf, but for all I know, he's holding a Consecration. I would have played that if I had, you know, done things differently. So one thing I don't want to do is trot out the Cobra. Actually, the Panther's a great play. He has no good targets for his weapon right here. And my stuff switched places, which could matter. Thelpago asks, does someone have his Proverbs written down somewhere? Actually, I do have a list of Proverbs. I haven't added to it in a while, so I don't know how up to date it is. But yes, I do write them down. I'm planning to make a strategy guide or video when I hit 200 wins in the arena, so I can say, hey, I hit 200 wins, here's what I've learned, and share my Proverbs. We'll see if anyone cares or reads it. So, no good targets for his weapon. The Panther's good, might trade against something. Spellbreaker on a Loot Hoarder is, well, not the greatest Spellbreaker ever, but it's fine, I guess. And he will then kill it to stop it from drawing a card. Okay, so that was fine. So the Spellbreaker stopped me from getting a card and might kill my Panther. Ah, Defender of Argus is perfect. Just perfect, because now what I can do is Shapeshift. Well, I can actually Power of the Wild. Should I Power of the Wild right here? That's really intriguing. I think I'll hang on to the Power of the Wild. Let's Shapeshift to kill that Spellbreaker. We'll save the Power of the Wild for another time. And he's down to 20 health. Alright, so he's got 7 cards to my 5, soon to be 6. He actually is a card ahead. And my advantage is I have 5-3, which is pretty huge. Now, if he has Hammer of Wrath, of course he does. Couldn't have had Holy Wrath, which might have done nothing. No, he had to have Hammer of Wrath. Yeah. Grumble, grumble. And then this kills my defender. Well, that sucked. You know what, folks? I should have played Power of the Wild last turn. It would have made my guy 4 health. It would have survived Hammer of Wrath. Oh, God, the mistakes. Well, don't let Paladins keep creatures, especially when you're, you know, about to play a Cobra that you don't want to die to a stupid 3-2. Wow, that was a mistake! I should have totally played Power of the Wild, and Hammer of Wrath wouldn't have been good enough. Now, if he had True Silver Champion, that would have been good enough, but he would have taken, like, 6 damage to the face, healed for 2, sure, but would have been better, definitely. That was a mistake. Might cost me. Now, I've got a really good board here. It doesn't look impressive, but this guy will kill recruits and draw cards, and this will kill off anything he plays. He made probably the best play he could have, which is just to play kind of like a middle-of-the-road sort of a deal creature. Do I use Swipe just to kill this? Or do I play the Druid of the Claw, let him keep it in play? Or I could use the Cobra. Yeah, let's I don't want to use Swipe here. Let's just, Druid of the Claw for the health and the taunt. Do I make a Panther, or do I buff my stuff? Alright, let's try it now. Let's buff my stuff. Kill the Drake, and then swing for 2. He's getting a little bit low, but my card advantage situation is getting worse and worse, because he drew a card with Hammer of Wrath, he drew a card with the Drake, and I've had no compensation card-wise. I need Nourish, is what I need. I do have a board, but he's got a lot of cards. He might actually just win because of card advantage. Oh, god damn it, that's awful. I can't even handle how awful that is. Shit. Well, I think we're going to have to race here. There's no other way. I gotta hope I get Nourish or a War Golem or something, and then I can race him down. Otherwise, he is going to steamroll me. Mr. Popo says, introducing Papa Boris Valentine's. You're the bald Dickens. I'd let you keep creatures. You're the good option now and the best option later. Oh my goodness. That was hysterical. Wow. So, let's take a look at the situation. I can deal 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. He goes down to 9 health. Can I really afford to let him just race him like that? Or do I have to take the time to kill off the Cult Master? Well, I think I need to kill this Cult Master. Get a card. Shield Bearer. Alright, I'm not sure this is the right move, but I will do this stuff. Swing, bemoan the fact that I have nothing good to do, and pass the turn. Oh man, oh man. That extra humility just wrecked me. Maybe I could have done it differently. Maybe I could have swiped his face. You know, that's probably what I should have done. I should have swiped his face, used the Acolyte of Pain to kill the Aldor Peacekeeper. The Acolyte would have survived, maybe drawn me another card, and then I could have shapeshifted to finish off the Cult Master. That probably would have been better, because I ended up not using the mana. That would have been smart. That would have been smart. I probably lost myself the game by doing that. So this could actually be the second time I get to 10 with Druid and stay there. Oh god. Oh my god. Well, the Mad Bomber didn't hit the Abusive Sergeant, which is important. Corehound? Who plays with Corehound? Murloc Tidehunter? Oh my god. This is so bad. I can't even believe it. Well, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's swipe. I'm gonna let that Corehound live. Whatever. We gotta swipe his face. It's just gotta happen, folks. And we'll do that, that, and that. I might still win if I top deck like if I top deck Druid of the Claw and then I top deck Starfire. It could happen. You don't know, man. But this is getting pretty ugly. He's got 6 cards in his hand. God, I love those Valentines. You're the good option now and the best option later. Ah. Wow. Yeah, so all those Hammers of Wraths and Twilight Drakes and stuff. Oh no! That's good. That's a good card for him. I need my Keeper of the Grove right now, actually. That's like pretty much the only game in town. War Golem. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess that's good, but he can kill it. I would have to throw everything into this Fen Creeper just to kill it. I'm not going to do that. We'll just pass the turn. God, that Fen Creeper was so good. If I could have hit him for 5 damage, that would have let me win the game, probably. So now he just kills this with the Fen Creeper, he kills the War Golem with the Core Hound, and then the Frostwolf Warlord runs wild. Oh, man. I need my Keeper of the Grove right now. Or even a Starfire. God, that Fen Creeper just won him the game, pretty much. And my not having Keeper of the Grove. Oh no! No! Oh my god. Stampeding Kodo. More like Stampeding Nodo, am I right? We're done here. If that were Nourish, I would have played on, but... I need to eat some conciliatory Cheez-It snack mix. Pardon the rustling and the crunching. God, those were 2 really depressing games. I could have totally beaten that Hunter. That Paladin, I don't think it's safe to say that I could have beaten him, because I think he just won a really solid game. But it was sad. Boy. Talk about a letdown. At least Cheez-It snack mix is delicious. Mustardy pretzels. Alright, who we got? Mage, that's the first mage of the arena. Well, last time I played Druid, I beat every mage I saw. And mages were the only people I beat. So it'd be hilarious if this time I lost and left the arena at the heels of a mage. Man, this Abusive Sergeant is a real overachiever. It shows up in my hand like all the time. Not gonna play it against a mage though. Even to bait out the coin. I just don't think it's good enough. Well, had I played the Abusive Sergeant, she couldn't have really done that. Because then the Abusive Sergeant plus Shapeshift would have killed the Berserker. So we'll see if that comes back to bite me. Okay, Fire Blast is good to see. That was aggressive. I don't know if that was the right play. Okay, what I'm doing here is I am making the mage prove that she knows what she's doing. So I do not think that's a good play. And I'm going to swing for 5 myself, so she doesn't even have that much of a life advantage against me, and if we get into an endgame battle, Druids beat mages, because Druids deal 1 damage and heal a life. Mages just deal a damage. Oh my god. Well, she made a bad play and used a bad card, but it worked out for her. And I'm screwed because I don't have anything to play. Oh no. Well, this is actually terrible. I needed to have a play on that turn. So I have good plays now, but I ceded the turn to the Witch, which is very, very bad. Okay. That's actually not that impressive, so lets me catch up a little bit. I'm going to do something a little bit unorthodox. I'm going to play this with charge to kill the Imp Master right away. and try to win back the board, basically. She has Frostbolt. That's unfortunate. And more stuff, which is also unfortunate. My Gambit did not work out in the slightest. So, Sunwalker's just here. She can just ping it down, but you know what? It's still a 4-5. It's still good. Oh no. Not Polymorph. Sigh. Okay. I'm doing the Fairy Dragon rather than shapeshifting to kill a 1-1 because I think that putting my own thing on the board is more important than taking hers off the board, but I'm really on my back foot here. And I'm at a huge disadvantage, I would say. Mr. Popo says I must go. Best of luck to you. Take care. Thank you for coming. Oh, she has a Flame Strike. Because of course, why wouldn't she have a Flame Strike? It'd be crazy if she didn't have Flame Strike. Yeah. Well, all we can do is just keep playing stuff and hope it works. Bleh. So the fact that she gets to hit me for 2 with these Dinker Nuggets is actually kind of terrifying, because at 14 health is a place I really don't want to be. Mana Worm. Not the most terrifying thing right here. Frostbolt! God darn it, she's had an answer to everything. Absolutely everything. She's gonna ping my War Golem with her OP hero ability and just keep on swinging away for sneaky amounts of damage. I need Defender of Argus. That's not Defender of Argus. Oh, fuck. You know what? I need Defender of Argus so bad, I'll even risk a Nourish. I need a Defender of Argus or a Swipe, like, really badly. Okay, the last card got it. Okay. Yoink. So card-wise, I'm doing okay. The main problem is that she can get me down to 11 damage with what she already has. And that's very scary, because Pyroblast... Okay, so she doesn't have Burn. That's good. She's going to kill my War Golem. Perfect. So now, since she's doing that, it means I actually have a chance. Never mind! Never you mind. That is awful. Ah, God. Okay. Lord of the Arena, because it's a taunt. And then what? Do I play Novice Engineer, hoping for something better? No, I think I need to play Lord of the Arena, and I'm going to play... You know, actually, I will just play this. Whatever. We'll do it. Storm Knight, sure, fine. And we'll play this. Yes, it's running into all kinds of mass removal by Mage, but I just need to get as much on the board as I can to try to stabilize before she gets my health any lower. Blizzard, no! That's bad. The good thing is this thing has taunt. The bad news is that this water elemental's freaking overpowered. Ah, God, I can't deal this like 1 damage. This 1 damage is like ruining my life. Okay, I have to do this. I have to do this and kill that ogre. It just has to happen. I mean, do I have any other options? No. And I could Starfire this. I'd rather not, though. I'd rather threaten to kill it. And I hate getting hit for 3. It's really bad that that's happening, but it just needs to happen. And I just have to hope she doesn't have a Pyroblast in her deck. Oh my god, it's another Frostbolt. God damn it. Honestly. Please just have a dead card. Please have a dead card. Okay, it's a dead card. Good. So here I have to do this. That. I can't attack, unfortunately. I'm not going to swipe her face. She's not close enough for me to consider removing her. Or burning her out. I'm actually safe from Pyroblast because it costs 10 mana, and I can keep healing up over her hero ability. Are you goddamned kidding me? That's like 4 Frostbolts. Jesus, woman. she has a Dark Iron Dwarf. Okay, I'll swipe that. No, actually, I'll Starfire that and be ahead on cards. Defender of Argus. Well, Starfire gives me a card. Hopefully something I can play. Wrath. So, do I play the Defender of Argus and waste it? You know what? I'm not going to, but I'm going to say why. Ordinarily I would, however, because I am holding removal, and I'm likely to be able to kill whatever she plays, I'm willing to wait to actually get something to buff with this thing. Because taunt could be really important for preserving my life. However, if these were like, I don't know, some dumb things, I would have just played the Defender of Argus to play it. Okay, Stampeding Kodo, that I will waste. I'm at 11 health, which is really important, still safe from Pyroblast. I'll give it Taunt, helps me against charge creatures, gives me a lot of power. I might actually win this game. Might actually win this game. Okay, she has a bunch of dead stuff. Perfect. Acolyte of Pain gives me an interesting option. I could Wrath it to draw 2 cards. And I will do that. I think that's actually worth it more than holding onto the Wrath for possible removal of her own stuff. Swipe. There's 1 card. Raid Leader's another. I will put... Flame Strike kills off everything. Yeah, I'm gonna play it. I'm getting 2 extra damage on by playing the Raid Leader right now. And holding 2 swipes means that I am actually within spitting distance of burning her out. Like, if she doesn't have a Flame Strike or a Blizzard right now, she will lose. Almost certainly. Because I've got this 8 damage. Actually, with 10 men, I got 9 damage. But anyway, it doesn't matter because, of course, she has the Flame Strike. Because, of course, she does. Mad Bomber. Oh my god. Jeez, that would have been so obnoxious. Wow, that was actually a really... Whoa, my opponent must have felt really far behind to take such a huge risk. Sucks to be you, lady. That Mad... Oh, you know what? That is such a wonderful way to win. I won on the back of a Mad Bomber failing. So Mad Bomber was good against me once in this arena, and I still won that game. And then it was bad against me twice in ways that were absolutely critical to my success. So suck on that, Mad Bomber fans. Okay, 11-2, very exciting place to be. Fighting for my first reach of 12 wins with Druid. Let's eat some good luck Cheez-Its and hope for the best. Cheez-Its. Loading, loading, loading. Not crashed, good. Oh, so, a funny story. I was reading my comments on my, the comments on my videos lately, and one person put, really angrily, "Would you please stop saying that Amani Berserker is the best 2-drop in the game? It's just gonna die to a 3/3 that will almost certainly get played the following turn. And it's just your opinion, at least say, like, in my opinion," which I thought was really funny, because, just so you guys know, anytime I say something, it's my opinion, which you can tell because I'm the one saying it. And B, there aren't actually that many 3/3s in the game that will get dropped on turn 3. A lot of 3/3s for 3, like Mind Control Attack, the Epic Pirates and the Murlocs, either they're of a high rarity, and they're not even that good. Really, like, the only thing that might happen is like an Out or a Peacekeeper, which would screw up any 2-drop, actually. So, if you are wondering about that yourself, I will say this, that 3/3s for 3 are not actually that common. A lot of 3-drops are like the Scarlet Crusader, where they have some kind of ability, or they're like a Razorven Hunter, which is a 2/3 with a 1/1 attached, or a Harvest Golem, which is a 2/3 that respawns, but 2/3s are actually pretty common, and so a 2/3 that you play for 2 mana is actually relatively safe. Thelpago says, "Mad Bomber isn't good, but it's fun to see it played." I agree with that. It is a fun card. It's just... I just always get tickled when people think it's a good card. Okay, so it's good that I'm the second player here, because I could coin out Scarlet Crusader or Acolyte. Now I could also claw to kill this thing, but I'm gonna go for the gold, go for the glory, and go for the Crusade. So basically, she needs a Shadow Word Pain to kill my Crusader. Otherwise, I get a huge advantage. Now I'm willing to gamble a huge advantage against one possible out. Ah, okay. Well, that's a good move, because basically she can get, or he can get counter value against my Crusader value. What I'm actually going to do, though, is, in fact... Oh, no, I can't clear the board with Claw, because Claw and Shapeshift are the same attack. Bomberman. Not to be confused with Bomberman. Okay. Well, here's how we'll do it, then. I'll kill that, and I'll play the Acolyte. So if she kills, well, whichever one of these she kills makes no difference. She can trade, or he can trade his Scarlet Crusader against both of my creatures, but this one draws a card. And if I have nothing better to do next turn, I might even shapeshift to kill this off, but I don't actually want to do that very much, because I'd rather play Defender of Argus if that is at all a reasonable possibility. Well, I'd say this opening started out okay. There seems to be enough to do in the next couple of turns, and I've got enough board presence that we should be able to survive to see Sunwalker played. Very good against Priests. With the 4 power, can't be Shadow Worded, and then War Golem the turn after that dies to Shadow Word Death, but still a big threat, especially if the Priest doesn't have Shadow Word Death. He's pointing stuff, decides to draw a card first. He's been watching Papa Boris's channel, good man. Northshire Cleric, alright, don't really care. Holy Smite, whoa! Oh no, I thought he was Holy Smiting my Acolyte. I was like, what are you doing? Okay, no, he Holy Smited the correct thing. Very, very good. Well, swipe would be great here. My opponent left himself wide open to a swipe, and I don't have a swipe. God darn it, that sucks. Well, I'm gonna do this and just Moonfire the Scarlet Crusader. Yes, this means the Northshire Cleric can run in, heal, and draw a card, but A, that's 40% of his mana, and B, I'm already a card ahead, so as long as I get to keep this on the board, I don't actually care what he does. Oh, God, he had... God damn it. Holy Smite was incredibly good. He needs to kill my Keeper of the Grove. Oh, he's not gonna kill it. That's a mistake. Gotta kill your opponent's creatures, man. Alright, again with the 6 drops on turn 5. Clearly, my curve is a little bit off here. I needed more 5s and fewer 6s. I could just kill this, but what I think I'm gonna do instead is Defender of Argus. And we're gonna go ahead actually and use that plus Claw to finish off the Northshire Cleric. So now my board is better than his. He has a life advantage against me, true, but I've got really strong drops, so unless he has a really, really strong drop himself, this should hold the fort and I can play a Sunwalker in peace next turn. Let's see what he's got. Soul Priest, pretty good. My stuff is at 3 health though, so it doesn't quite help as much as he would like. He's gonna keep on swinging at me. So do I Starfire here? That would be my whole turn. I think I need to, unfortunately. It's a bit risky playing this, because he can just burn off the Divine Shield. I could play this, but he could still burn it. Actually, maybe this is the right move, to play the Lord of the Arena. It threatens to kill that thing. Yeah, I'm going to take a little bit of a chance. I'll drop that Taunter in the way. Shadow Word Death, of course, is good now. But I feel like this Arcanine Soul Priest actually did put me behind. So I need to take a bit of a risk. Mad Bomber. Well, it did what it needed to do. It hit this once, so now you can burn plus Defender of Argus to kill it off. Damn. Well, that Mad Bomber was good against me. And now this sucks because he's just got board advantage, really. Nothing much to say about that. Crap, I'm gonna lose if I don't get swiped very, very soon. Starfire isn't really that great. It's my whole turn. I think this is one of those times where you just, flip out a bunch of crap and hope your opponent doesn't have a Holy Nova. But I would say that I'm very far behind now. That Arcanine Soul Priest was very good, and my lack of a swipe was also very good. And that Holy Smite killing my Scarlet Crusader was very good. He just had a number of good things. Actually, if he Holy Novas, he'll burn his whole team, so he has to be a bit careful about that. He cannot target the Fairy Dragon with Lesser Heal, which is very important. He seems to be unsure of what to do, which is encouraging. I'd like to kill this with my creatures so I could play Sunwalker so that the Divine Shield doesn't get burned off. That's like my dream in life right now. Okay, he's being very stingy with his creatures, which I cannot blame him for. He's going to actually cash that out and play a mechanic. Oh, he just keeps playing stuff. Oh, and then Ogre Magi. Balls. Okay. Well, I think what I gotta do here is play Sunwalker, Shapeshift, kill the Cobra. And much as I hate doing this, I'm gonna take this off the board. I think I just gotta keep him as clear as I can. He's got stuff on the board, but he's not got much in his hand. The worry, of course, is that we're coming up to turn 10 and he has Mind Control. I think we can say I pretty much lose if he has Mind Control. He's just got too much board presence and I can't clear it fast enough. Thought Steal. Oh man, he's gonna get one of my swipes. There's 3 of them in here. Damn it! I really need my own swipe so that I could kill off this Dragonling and also, like, the Ogre Magi. Swipe would be good. There's no question about that. Alright, he's gonna ping off... Oh, no, he's thinking about it. He's gonna ping off my Divine Shield with the creature, which makes sense, because that does tie to a swipe, and then he's gonna use Wrath to draw a card. So he's fixed the card advantage problem. My health is plummeting. Starfire is not really effective. Loot Hoarder sucks. Well, let's do Novice Engineer. Draw cards first. Dark Iron Dwarf is cute, but not cute enough. Let's play the War Golem. And see if he has a mind control. If he does, I'll just concede. I really can't win if he steals this. No, he's gonna Thought Steal. Well, now it's overwhelmingly likely that he's gotten at least one swipe. Which is annoying, because I have 3 of them and I haven't seen a single one myself. All are in the last half of my deck. Well, at least I had 3 swipes that were, you know, useful sometimes. So with all those Thought Steals and the Gnomish Inventory, he's actually just doing totally fine for cards. I think he probably just Thought Stole that from me. Oh, he's going for the Jimmy Jammies. He's in it to win it here. Okay, well, Lightwell I really couldn't care less about, so we need to just kill his best stuff. That would be this. I need to play Fen Creeper to stop him from attacking me. Loot Hoarder, or excuse me, Dark Iron Dwarf doesn't actually help this do anything. But then again, neither does Loot Hoarder. So we'll do Loot Hoarder and this. I'll split up the damage. That's the correct way to do this. So that this has a coin flip of what it heals, so the damage stays on him. But I'm guessing the way that he raced me, he probably got 2 swipes and is hoping to burn me out with them. In which case, he will win, if not this turn, then the following turn. I smell a swipe incoming. Yep, I have not seen a single one of my swipes, and of course the priest Thought Stole it from me, which is great. Alright, Kodo is good to see. I do have to kill this War Golem. I mean, I could Starfire the Golem, but then I'm not playing a Kodo. Let's just... Well, hang on. Let's actually Wrath this first. Then Kodo up. Hopefully killing the mechanic. Good. Then I have to kill the War Golem. Then I shapeshift. Then I swung at the wrong place. I should have swung at the Lightwell. Now this is guaranteed to restore 3 health on him. That was a bit of a misplay. He's got 3 cards to my 3 cards. My life is perilously low. He's got full health and a Lightwell, so it's hard for me to race him down. I'm not really sure how I can win this, especially after he plays that.
Ready, sir.
Man. Well, at least he's a priest and he can't burn me with his hero ability. That's something, I suppose. Shield Bearer. Okay, so we'll do Raid Leader here. That allows my Kodo to kill off the Silverhand Knight. I'll play this thing. Do I play this just to get a 4/4 body on the board? Or do I... Nah, whatever, we'll play it. And I'll shapeshift. I'll do it correctly this time, hitting the Lightwell, so that it's a coin flip on the heal. And it heals his face. Well, that's okay. That means the Kodo's threatening to kill the Lightwell. As long as he doesn't have a second swipe, I should be fine. I still have Nourish in here, which could help me get a bunch of cards. Sadly, I cannot Nourish and Starfire at the same time. That's a swipe. God, he got 2 swipes. So ridiculous. So ridiculous! Can't even handle it. Chill Wind Yeti. Okay, that's a good Starfire target. And he's going to heal up that thing, which smart stops my wall from killing it. Sunwalker, pretty good. Cannot play it with Starfire, but I think it's worth it to Starfire anyway. Druid of the Claw, can't play that either. Ugh. Well, what I'm going to do is take this opportunity to actually kill off that Lightwell. So, yeah, his guy gets to kill my thing. That's fine. I think that was the least of all evils there. So he's used 2 swipes against me. I'm still in it. I could still actually win if my cards are good enough against compared to his 2 cards. We're in like a legitimate top deck war here. If my cards are good enough, I can actually break through. And I still have 3 swipes in here. FY motherfucking I. Am I right? 3 of these last 8 cards are swipes, unless I forgot one or something. Anyway, let's go ahead and play the more expensive card. Do I kill this Squire? I don't think so. I think what I'm gonna do is shapeshift, hit him in the face, and I'm gonna play Power of the Wild as a +1/+1, and keep on swinging. So hoping for the best here, and I've got, if I'm not mistaken, 3 swipes here out of 7 cards. So that could be good. This is a decent card, but it's not amazing. If he doesn't have removal for the raid leader, I will get to kill this thing. So it depends on what this last card is. He could always get a mind control and just win at any time also. There's a hope now that priests don't take mind control when they see it in their drafts, because it is so expensive if there's like another good card. Ah, he's gonna Holy Nova. Damn it. Well, that was a good move. It kills my raid leader, of course. Alright, well there's swipe number 1, finally. Let's do this. And this. We will then I think I'd rather kill that. So the Harvest Golem can kill this and regenerate, of course. But then I can shapeshift and kill it off. I've got enough health that I can do that against a priest. Oh my god, that's actually really good for him. That gives him an extra card in the top deck war. And it's a really good card, too. God damn it. Oh, that was an amazing turn. I still have swipe, though, so I got 2 swipes out of 5. That's not one of them. Oh, shit. I start to fall behind now. We'll do that. That. And I'm going to play this just to play it. I didn't want to hit the light spawn. I don't know, maybe I should have hit the light spawn. I felt like taking the spell damage off was more relevant. So I've got, well, I might lose on fatigue because I've got 2 swipes in here. What else do I have? Do I have a Lord of the Arena, or have I already used that? Can't remember now. And he still, of course, has the top deck for the turn. Alright, he passes. That's good. Nourish! Oh no! I'm gonna, well, you know what? I have to do it. Yes, it threatens fatigue, but I have to do it. I absolutely have to do it. I have to get these cards out here. Okay, so I can only play one of these. So I'll play the, well, I should really kill that, shouldn't I? We'll do this, that, and pass. So we've got 1 card left. I have to kill him with this, a Panther, and swipe. He's got way too much health for me to do that. What is this card? I've already used Lord of the Arena in this game. I think Lord of the Arena might be the last card. If so, and if it's, no, it's another swipe. Okay. Well, here goes nothing, I guess. Do I swipe the face? Let's see, this is 8 damage, he's down to 18. I don't know what he's holding on to. Well, I've got nothing to use my mana on, so there's really no point in you doing it now. I might as well just wait, right? Okay, so losing to fatigue, fighting for my 12th win is pretty depressing. He's gonna heal. No, no, healing is bad. Healing is bad. He can heal up forever and just ride me out, basically. Alright, well, there's fatigue. So, swipe once, swipe twice, shapeshift, kill that thing, swing, swing, swing. I don't think I can kill him in time. I deal, what is this? 6, 7, minus 2, 5 damage a turn. It's 4 more turns. I think I will just lose in 4 turns. Ah, man. I must have messed up somewhere. Shadow Man. Oh, no. Yeah, well, now I can't win. Okay, well, that's the game. So, we make it to 11. That is, I think, my highest with Druid. I believe my other Druid game was up to 10. Oh, well played. Damn. So we were at 9-0. At least I got to hit that benchmark. Then 10-0. Then I lost twice, made it to 11, and lost again. Some really, really close games. So maybe if I'd been just a little bit of a better player, I could have made it to 12. Too bad, too bad, too bad. So if you enjoyed this video, do please like and or subscribe. And if you want to stick around for the post-run rituals, here's what we got. That's a pretty lame prize. 290 is okay, but it's definitely not the greatest that it gets at 11 wins. I'm still happy to have 290. That's almost the arena I just played in the next one. And then Cold Blood is basically golden, so it's 50 dust. Got an epic. Hungry Crab. Another epic. Ancient of War. I think the Ancient of War is new. I don't know if the Hungry Crab is new. Let's take a look and see. So, yeah, those are both new epics. Awesome. Golden Claw. And for my first Ancient of War, actually I have a golden one. Okay, that's cute. Got Cold Blood here. Since I already have 2 of those, we'll just enchant that for 50 dust. Good times. And over here, that is new. I previously had not had any Hungry Crabs. Well, great. I need to win with Mage or Shaman, and my sneak peek for the next arena is Hunter, Mage, or Shaman. Well, perhaps I'll try Shaman to finish that daily quest, but we'll take a look at the video history to see which one I should be playing. Thank you all so much for watching once again. Please like and or subscribe if you want to support me, and I'll see you soon with another arena run. Till then.